Hello people, Zanzi speaking. Just a quick video. We're heading into some serious times right now. As you all know, there's so many things going on in the world right now. Some are connected, some are not. Some are more important than others. Needless to say, this um, COVID situation we're in. Let me first of all say COVID is real. COVID real. Okay, I don't want to upset anyone that understands algorithms and all of that. They'll know the reason why you've got to say COVID is real. Is it the most serious virus we have ever seen? Now that's something, each and every one of you guys are gonna have to question. My thing is data, information, our problem, and it's always been our problem. And those elite and the powers that be know that this is a big loophole that they can infiltrate. Is the fact that we don't look at data, we don't look at numbers. We tend to skip that and think we'll leave numbers to those who understand numbers. But no, when it's serious like this and we're in a situation where our freedom could possibly be wiped away from us, we need to understand numbers. That's the way I see it, peeps. Come on. Yeah, it's a crazy situation we're in. Information's flying about. A lot of it is false information. A lot of it is, fabricated. Pictures are basically being duped and whatever else. I fully understand that, but we still need to look at and pick out sense from nonsense. And I think that's where I'm at with this. That's where the frustration is, that a lot of us are not picking out the sense from the nonsense. We need to be aware with the fact of, what we are told on the TV screens, in the radio, must be true because they're saying it on the TV and on the radio. We need to be aware of that now, because history has shown us that we're being lied to on a regular basis, purposely. This is nothing physical anymore. This is a psychological program, a psychological war, and right now we are losing. A lot of people are waking up because the information's there for you to see, but we've still got that cognitive dissonance where even when it's blatantly in your face, people don't want to accept it. Why do people not want to accept it? Because you don't want to accept that what you've been living has been a total lie, untruths. You don't want to accept that you've been tricked. When a magician does a trick and you find out what that trick was, you're kind of the person that, I knew you didn't trick me. This is what situation we're in now. People don't want to accept that, you just got tricked. You thought it was true, but it wasn't. And we need to just hold our hands up and say, look, we did not know. We've been fooled. We've been fooled for years, but I refuse to be fooled anymore. Instead of saying, I know the truth's there, but what but? There is no but. Instead of saying, yeah, I know that's true and I don't believe, but what can we do about it? So what? You've accepted you've been fooled, but now you're actually holding your hand out saying, fool me again, and fool me again. Come on, we need to stop this. We honestly need to stop this and put a stop to it. Now, one thing that frustrates me is from learning about reading up on common law and our rights and what we are and are not allowed to do. I don't think a lot of us realize that we are the ones in the power, but we've just been tricked, like purposely, psychologically tricked into believing that the power and the decisions and everything has to come from some sort of leader above. We've been tricked into believing that, and that's not the case. That is not the case. We are the majority. Our voice is powerful. Our silence is our weakness. The fact that we allow rules in this country to just go through without questioning because we feel we can't question them is a big, massive problem. And now, when everyone were talking about, you know, chips, microchips, and this is fake and the government are trying to control us, 2.5 years ago, a lot of this was spoken about and it was basically just wiped off the table as a conspiracy theory. Oh, it's a conspiracy. Now it's all coming to light. They're still using the same excuse. It's a conspiracy theory. But how can it when a lot of the things that were said were going to happen are now happening? But the elite, the powers that be, that's their only way to kind of, you know, pull the sheep, pull the blinds down on us. That's the only way I can put it, to kind of say, oh, it's a conspiracy theory, don't believe it. All they're doing by saying that is buying time we have not got. That's the way I see it. And we need to do something about it. We need to do something about this. What we do collectively, people need to throw the ideas on where we go next. Yeah, I don't want to say too much. Like I said, with algorithms and all of that, there's certain words, certain comments, certain keywords that if you say on here, I will be censored. So that's why I'm saying COVID is real. So accept it. It's real. It's there. It's you know, it is what it is. Because I have to say that. But in terms of losing our freedom as sovereign beings, then honestly, we need to do something about this. We need to put our foot down and understand that the power of everything that happens to us lies with us. Yeah, that's what we need to understand, and that's what we need to start taking action on that basis, that the power for everything that happens to us lies with us. You cannot have a group of people dictating how you as a free person live your life, and using a guilt trip to say if you don't do this you could kill your loved ones. Now rewind a minute. How many people have been killed in these wars and all of this, yeah, by our same government? But all of a sudden, now you're saying we're going to be responsible for the deaths of our loved ones. How insulting is that? You are insulting our intelligence to try and say that our actions, yeah, are gonna kill our loved ones. So if we don't want to kill our loved ones, we should do as you say, because you have got our loved ones' best interest at heart. Come on now, people, please, let's does that even make sense? Does that even make sense? Do you really feel, with all the wars that's gone on, with all the deaths, with all the homeless people, with all the elderly, with, you know, everything that's gone on, let's go into, you know, the deportation of the Black Caribbean community. Do you honestly really think that this government has our loved ones, our mothers, fathers, aunties, uncles, grandma, granddads, and even kids, do you really think they have our best interests at heart, or do you believe they are more bothered about money and power? Now you pick which you actually believe is true. Which do you actually believe is true? Do you believe they have got our best interest? Do you believe they are doing this because they want to keep us all alive? When for years, if you've been reading up and you know, looking at information, for years they've been saying we need to depopulate the planet. How can you be desperate to depopulate the planet, but then on the flip side, be desperate to keep all our loved ones alive? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't meet up. It doesn't come together. Yeah, so it's either you believe one or the other. One or the other. It cannot be both. There is no both. And if you believe that they haven't got our best interests at heart, and they do want to depopulate the planet, not this country, the planet, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to sit here and be one of the collateral? Or are you going to say, do you know what? I'm going to stand up and try my best to do something about it. What do we do as the 99% of people? What do we do? Yeah? What do we do, peeps? This is mad. You know, I put little things on my post and all of that. Some things I look at and say that's probably bollocks. But I put it on anyway. Because the reason why I do it is because you can always take a little bit of sense out of nonsense. So even if there's rubbish that's been put on there, some individuals somewhere might be able to take a little bit of sense out of that. And then the stuff that we know is facts, I put that on as well, because me personally, I don't feel like if I've got some information that other people should know, why am I just keeping it to myself? I put it out there. You either read it or you don't. It don't matter to me. Putting it out don't cost me no. It takes me a few seconds. Might write a little post on there, and that's about it. Do you know what I mean? But let's face it, something needs to be done. Yeah, people, we need to wake up. A lot of people are woke up in the sense of they now realize that something ain't right. But then you're going back to sleep because you're thinking the task is too much for you. You're thinking, do you know what? I can't. What can I do? I'm gonna have to just go with it because everyone else is going with it, or you know, I don't want to rock the boat. Oh, my job, I understand all of that, but you're not gonna have a job. You're not gonna have freedom. This is the point. Like, there's a bigger picture beyond what's going on now, and everything you are in fear of losing, you're gonna lose anyway. So you might as well put as much effort into stopping this madness, this control now, before it gets past the point and you've got no chance. Yeah, and you're gonna be just working basically like a machine, like a slave, and then when you are no longer needed, you'll be disposed of. Yeah, you'll be disposed of like a piece of rubbish. Not going to the recycling bin, you'll be going to the, you know, the general waste bin, which goes and gets destroyed. Don't think you're gonna be put in a recycle so you can go find another job. That ain't happening. That is not happening, and I shouldn't even have to be on here telling anyone this. This should be clear as day. We are in a psychological war. These people are professionals at looking at our behavior. Yeah, the information they have on us, they could tell us where we're gonna go tomorrow, and if they can't tell us, they can predict by how we live our life, use our phones, watch our TVs, use our laptops. They can predict that things they put in front of us can take us to somewhere they want us to be. This is how professional these people are. In terms of psychology, we are way behind. But the one thing you cannot use psychology or nothing when it comes to common sense. Common sense wins all the time, and that's what we need to be now looking at. What makes sense? What is common sense? So, you know, I might do another video, but I just felt like I needed to get this video off my chest because the frustration's just mad. Don't get me wrong, I'm not overwhelmed by all the information because I've read upon Illuminati and the elite and what's happening way before COVID started. So what's happening now is no surprise to me. It's not a surprise, and I know it's not a surprise to a lot of other people who have read up and researched a lot of this information. This is not a surprise. All it is, right, we're here. We're here now. It was said this were going to happen, and now we're here. You had some of the elite, richest people in the world saying, look, there's going to be a recession coming. They didn't know how themselves. There was like, I don't know what's going to happen, but they look at sequences. They look at their life. They look at the bank accounts. They look at what's going on in, let's say, the billionaire world and the trillionaire world, and they knew fully well a big recession, a big economic fall is on the way. And they predicted it last year, the year before, and even the year before that. They said they didn't know when, but within the next few years, there's going to be a massive economic collapse. And they don't know how these elite are going to do it, but they're going to do it. And look now, this is how they've done it. They've actually shut down the whole world. Yeah. So when we're seeing these things, it's not a surprise. This is not a surprise. This is just like people, those that haven't seen it, you kind of got to warn them, because if you've been believing all your life that, you know, what you see on the news and everything is true, and then information like the information that's coming out now comes out, that can send some people crazy. Honestly, that can honestly send some people crazy. So for them people, if you're watching this, don't worry. You were fooled. I was fooled. We all was fooled. Yeah. But don't worry about it. Don't take it personal. It is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. Now you understand that the powers that be was never out for us, and a lot of this has been a lie. There's so many people getting paid off some crazy amounts of money to go on TV and lie just to try convince us to stick to this agenda, and they're getting paid a lot of money. Don't let it stress you out. Don't be confused. Don't get too overwhelmed. Don't try and go access too much information at one time, because yeah, that can burn your head out as well. But just understand that we're in a war right now. Yeah, we're in a war, but it's psychological. It's not physical. You know, it's nothing you can see in that sense visually attacking you, but we're under attack. We are under attack. On the real, we're under attack. So the only thing I can say is common sense. Common sense. Don't try go toe to toe with these lot psychologically, because they've got the best in the business when it comes to psychologically confusing us. Do you get what I mean? They've got the best in the business, so we can't go toe to toe psychologically. We just need to use common sense. That's it. Yeah. And follow the money. Follow the money, and you'll see where all this is going. Follow the money, and please learn to understand the numbers. The numbers are out. The facts are out. All they're doing is putting keywords like death and crisis and atrocity and little keywords that mess up our mind and confuse us. Forget the keywords. Look deeply at the numbers. The numbers will tell you, wait a minute, this don't add up. And if something don't add up, it just don't add up. Common sense, let's use it. Alright, I've been on here 20 minutes. What we're gonna do, people, we need to uprise, stand up, and fight back. All right, peace.